Once again, classes are canceled today at Covington Catholic High School, along with all activities. School leaders say they made that decision in order to ensure the safety of students and staff. It follows an incident involving students last week in Washington, D.C., and now we've learned CovCath is hiring an independent investigator to look into what happened. The students were in D.C. for a Right to Life march. After a video was posted on social media last weekend, some people said boys from the high school confronted and mocked a Native American elder. Some of the students were wearing Make America Great Again hats. Well, then more videos started to surface showing a separate group calling themselves Black Israelites hurling racial insults at the students before this video. Separately, we've learned that the Twitter account that first circulated that story and made it viral is fake. The account appeared to belong to a teacher in California, but it's actually a blogger in Brazil. Twitter says it suspended that account. And joining me now is Kentucky State Representative Adam Koenig. Good morning. So good to see you, Mr. Koenig. I understand you're a Covington Catholic graduate as well. It must be really sad for you to see this entire situation, the way it's gone forward.
There is a whole lot of sadness involved with this from many angles, not just Covington Catholic, but what's going on with these kids' lives, you know, death threats, having to cancel school today because we have to worry about threats and other things, and you know, it's just sad all the way around. And I think a lot of people have called it complicated. I think it was they said that on the CBS Evening News last night, and I think that's a very apt description. There was a lot going on. There's a lot to unpack here, and it's sad what's going on many levels, especially with regards to social media.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that, where we are as a nation, whether it's social media or whether it's, you know, person to person hurling insults at each other in the middle of the center of freedom in our country, in our nation's capital. Where are we as a nation when we're seeing stuff like this?
Well, you know, there was obviously the Black Israelites exercising their First Amendment rights. There were the Native Americans, the Indigenous March doing that, and there were the kids from Covington Catholic who were there for the March for Life, and they were all exercising their First Amendment rights, and everyone should be respectful of that. And obviously, according to the videos that I've seen and many others have seen, the Black Israelites were trying to engage the Covington Catholic students. And the gentleman from the Indigenous March came in, and you know, if everyone would just go about their business, do their thing, and you know, leave everybody alone and have their say, then we don't have these issues, and no one's trying to incite anybody else. And then you see what happens on social media. You know, look, I was on Morning Edition this morning, and I've been torn up by people from all over the country telling me I'm a racist, and they're glad they left the South because we're all a bunch of racists. And you know, it just baffles me that people act that way, that no one can wait to find out the truth before saying what they have to say. Everyone has to have a hot take on everything immediately on social media without stopping to learn the truth. It's very frustrating and sad, frankly.
Yeah, and I mean, even the Diocese of Covington appeared to come out sort of finding fault with the kids before the rest of those videos came out, and they spoke with the chaperones and more was learned about it. So what do you think we need to take away from this? Where, you know, where does the school and the diocese and Northern Kentucky, where do we go from here?
Look, this is a teachable moment for many, many people. The media, people who use social media, and I've been glad to see a lot of individuals who are on Facebook and other places saying, hey, you know, my initial reaction was negative towards these kids, and you know, I was wrong, and I'm going to learn from it. And I think we need more of that in this country. You know, there's just a lot of hatred, and no one can wait for even 2 minutes to find out what's going on. You know, if you have something to say, and look, I didn't comment, and I frankly still haven't commented on social media. When I first watched the video, that first circulated, I didn't see many problems, but I also thought, hey, I'm a Covington Catholic graduate. I'm from here. They're attacking my constituents, and so I knew that I was biased. So I was going to wait and see what happened, and And that doesn't make me better or worse than anybody else. It just means that I think more people need to stop and wait and find out. And if you have something to say, the next day it will still be there to be said. But folks need to just wait and take in all the information, or you know what, just vent to your neighbor or your spouse or whatever, and you don't have to go on Facebook and condemn people and then only to find out later that you're wrong.
Kentucky State Representative Adam Koenig, thank you so much for your thoughts. We really appreciate your insight today.
My
and your
pleasure.
time.